Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to Raider Arena here on the beautiful campus of Northwest Florida State College for this Region 8 tournament contest between the Florida State College at Jacksonville and Indian River State College. Now, let's meet the starters. First, from Florida State College. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Deltona, Florida, number 3, Evan Busby. At center, a 6'9" sophomore from Birmingham, Alabama, number 4, Jadarius Eatman. At guard, a 5'10" freshman from Jacksonville, Florida, number 11, G-Sean Aldridge. At guard, a 185-pound sophomore standing 6'4" from Fleming Island, Florida, number 14, John Franco Graffles. And at guard, a 6'2" sophomore from Jacksonville, Florida, number 25, Chris Clark. The Blue Wave is assisted by Coach Otis Johnson, Antonio Valiente, and Kevin Burnell. And the head coach for the Blue Wave is Frank Burnell. And now the starting lineups for the River, or Indian River State College. At guard, a 6'6" redshirt sophomore from Sacramento, California, number 5, Jacob Jackson. At guard, a 6'2" sophomore from Worcester, Massachusetts, number 11, Tanaj Petway. At guard, a 6'5" sophomore from Wellington, Florida, number 22, Linton Brown. At guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Wesley Chapel, Florida, number 30, Antrell Charlton. And at forward, a 6' sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, number 40, Bryce Fitzgerald. The Pioneers are coached by Walt Belcher, Tommy Swager, and the head coach for the Pioneers is Charlie Wilson.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the campus of Northwest Florida State College. We're here at Raider Arena. It's day number 2 of the FCSAA Region 8 tournament. Today, it's the men's bracket. First up, we have the number 7 seed from Jacksonville, Florida State College, coming in with an 11-9 record, playing the number 2 seed, 16-2 Indian River State Pioneers.
You know, the interesting thing about FSCJ, first of all, it's their first tournament appearance since 2004. They were champions. You have to go all the way back to 1983, the last time they won a state tournament. But the story of this tournament, in my opinion, is the fact that Tallahassee Community College is not participating in the tournament. They were nationally ranked, but because of a post-game altercation at Pensacola State College, the entire team was ejected and had to serve a 2-game suspension. Therefore, they're not playing in this tournament. That opened the door for FSCJ to get an at-large berth.
Amazing.
How's that for a starter for the day?
Absolutely.
Way to get in.
Yeah. Well, I'm Blake White. I'm alongside Essex Rhodes and Mike Rideout. We're going to be bringing you all the games this afternoon and this evening. We're looking forward to a great day of basketball. Right off the bat, Bryce Fitzgerald takes a long 2 and knocks it down for the Pioneers.
He's a second-team all-conference selection in the Southern Conference. They were Southern Conference champions. They went 10-2. Guys, they averaged 90.5 points per game.
Wow. Well, we'll see if they can tack on 90 tonight, today.
Fast-paced basketball.
It is.
Yes,
Up
and down.
Yesterday we saw some of the teams in the women's bracket get off to very slow starts and not even come close to their average. So we'll see if these teams can match it.
You know, and speaking of the women's tournament tomorrow, we've got the Final 4, all nationally ranked teams tomorrow.
At the 1 second mark, Gianfranco Graffles throws up a shot, can't get it to go. It is rebounded by the Blue Wave, and it goes in for Evan Busby.
Nice little jump stop and then pump fake right behind it.
Here's Fitzgerald again from 3. He just hit one, can't get that to go. Rebounded by Eatman, and up the floor go the Blue Wave.
By comparison, FSCJ averages 69.7 points per game. So obviously they want to force this Indian River team to play their style of basketball and slow things down a bit.
Slow the pace down, not run up and down the floor.
Absolutely. I don't think they can compete if they try to play their game. You're right.
Graffles hits a nice jump shot for the Blue Wave down at one end, and then comes up with a strong defensive end on the other. And if you're going to slow down a team that averages 90-plus points, getting turnovers is one way to do it, and coming down and setting up and running your offense is the other way. Here's Chris Clark trying to knock down a 3, can't get it to go. Rebounded by the Pioneers, and the River is trying to make their stream flow as quick as they can. Into the corner is Jacob Jackson for 3.
Redshirt sophomore averages 10.8 points per game. Second team all-conference selection. He's a shooting guard for them.
You can tell how patient the Blue Wave is. I wonder which body of water is going to be more strong today, the Blue Wave or the River.
Somebody's got to flow.
There's a turnover on one end and then a little patty cake with the ball on the other. It's going to stay Pioneer basketball underneath their goal.
I had forgotten to ask how long of a trip it was for Indian River State College to get here. I did talk to someone with Florida Southwestern State College, which plays next. It took them 9 hours to get here from Fort Myers.
You forget how big a state Florida actually is from top to bottom. It's a long journey to get it here in this arena. Linton Brown on the Pioneers end, knocking it down and extending their lead to 3. Ooh, almost got away with a travel there, or did get away with the travel there, I guess I could say. That's G-Sean Aldridge with the miss.
Yeah, being a state with a panhandle, it does kind of extend the rides when you're trying to take trips.
Nice block inside. Eatman at 6'9", challenged him, and it's going to be Blue Wave basketball.
You know all about states with panhandles, having played in Oklahoma.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I say, in being in Oklahoma, you can cut through Texas to get further up in Oklahoma, but being in Florida, there's no shortcut.
Here's a block by Linton Brown, but a make by Gianfranco Graffles.
Yeah, first team all-conference selection in the Central Conference. They had 3 players on the first team.
Brown tries to get it in again, can't even get a second chance, and it's rebounded by the Blue Wave. Went in hard there, looking for the contact, but didn't get the foul call. Inside the Blue Wave go to Eatman, and Eatman gets it off the side of the rim, rebounded by the Pioneers. Petway fakes the shot, tries to drive into the lane, and then turns the ball over. Here comes an alley-oop attempt, but it's rejected by Fitzgerald, and up the floor go the Pioneers. Into the floor goes Charlton, but right to the hands of Fitzgerald, who knocks down a 3.
He's their big man. He averaged 8.2 points per game and 5.4 boards. By the way, how do you get to an average of 90.5 points per game? You shoot the ball over 1,200 times.
Oh, my.
Nice jumper there.
That's Chris Clark knocking it down for the Blue Wave.
Averaged just under 10 points a game.
Well, you said Fitzgerald averages 8. He's got 6 points right now from three-point land. And there's another 3 from Jacob Jackson for the Pioneers. They've extended their lead now to 5.
Yeah, third 3 already of this opening period.
I'm looking at how the flow of the game is going. When the Pioneers have it on their offensive end, I see how they get it up to 90 points. They don't force it, but they are getting up quick shots.
Opening half, I should say. We had periods yesterday for women's basketball.
Here's another three in the corner from Linton Brown this time. They're sharing it around. The Pioneers are all getting to eat today.
First team all-conference selection. He was the player of the year in the Southern Conference after averaging 18.3 points per game. Shot 51.9% from three-point range.
Rebounded by Brown off the miss from Aldridge. Up the floor go the Pioneers. Fitzgerald in the lane, gets some contact, but no call is made. Blue Wave rebounded on the fast break. There's number 4, Jadarius Eatman, flushing it home.
Nice little kickback on the transition.
You know, for a team that averages 90 points, if they can go fast up and down, get these transition buckets and make their threes, I can understand how they get to 90.
That's what I was saying a minute ago. It doesn't look forced, but you can see the ball is going to be quickly moved on this end.
You got a foul call on Tanaj Petway. And we're going to have a media timeout as well. We're going to take a break. So far, lots of explosive action in the first 7 minutes of the game. You're watching the FCSAA tournament. It's 16-10, Indian River.
We're more than just a place. We're the starting line for your career, your next chapter, your future. There's no limit to what you can achieve at Northwest Florida State College. Artists, champions, leaders, hometown heroes all begin here, inspiring generations to become something greater than themselves and moving our community forward. At Northwest Florida State College, futures begin here.
Welcome back to Niceville, Florida. 16-10 Indian River. Coming out hot, knocking down 4 threes already. And the Blue Wave staying in this game by using their transition. Getting a couple of steals, early turnovers to turn those into points. It's going to be Pioneer basketball underneath their goal. So far, we've seen patience from the Blue Wave on offense and a lot of aggressive attacking and shooting on the Pioneer end. And there's the 5th made basket. This time getting in on it is Abdoulaye Thiam.
Thiam an all-conference first-team selection. Also a Region 8 Player of the Week. Averaged 14.4 points per game. They've got a lot of weapons.
So far, everybody getting in on the three-point shooting. We'll see who manages to stay hot. Inside, though, on the other end is Kenny Banks knocking down a jumper for the Blue Wave. Up the floor, the Pioneers go. Another three-point attempt. That was Thiam again, missed it, looking for contact, can't get it, gets his rebound, does the spin move, and gets it to go off the glass for a nice made bucket. And then I think
just a delay of game after he caught the ball and it's just kind of dropped it down. Just a delay of game there. Oh, look at there. We got instant replay today.
Oh. See a little stop in the action now as we get the court wiped up. And
you know, so far, I mean, it's really been a team effort for this basketball team, this Indian River team, with Jackson with 5, Brown with 5, Thiam with 5, Fitzgerald with 5. Good balance.
Coach said earlier they are sharing the ball. Everyone's eating tonight, this afternoon.
This morning. It all runs together.
There's A jumper from Banks that can't get it, that can't go. Up the floor.
A nice step through.
Go the Pioneers. Kicks it out to Brown, who can't make it, but he gets his own rebound. He attacks the lane and knocks this one down.
Had a career-high 33 points against Palm Beach State College. He averages 18.3 a game. Player of the year in the Southern Conference.
Blue Wave trying to get an on-ball screen set. Dew kicks it off to the screener now. That's Banks. He tries to get himself into the lane, but now kicks it out. 3 seconds on the shot clock. A bad shot. The shot clock reset, but the ref said it was a violation because it didn't hit the rim. It only hit the back or the side of the backboard. So it's going to go back to the Pioneers.
Tell you a thing I'm catching that I like early. I'm hearing a lot of conversation on the defensive end from the Pioneers. Communication is a great thing.
Oh, a little nice behind the back there by A.J. Cajuste.
With the defenders at the top of the key and just took it straight down the lane.
Crafty point guard, another first-team all-conference selection. Scored double figures 6 of the last 7 games of the season for them.
There's Gianfranco Graffles trying to get in the lane, but is called for the charge foul instead.
By the way, a quick shout out to all the coaches who have helped me kind of prep and get ready for these games by giving me information on their teams. I really appreciate it, and certainly it helps, I feel, add to the broadcast.
I do agree.
Got you guys who are coaches. You guys, you know, we got a good tandem going here.
I like it. Here's some nice ball movement around the perimeter. This is Brown again knocking down a 3.
Pioneers have a good tandem, don't they?
They sure do.
Just because I said it earlier, now they want to swing the ball and share it. But like I said, even though they didn't have to do that in the beginning, they were still getting smart, good buckets. They weren't forced.
6 threes so far.
Strong defensive effort again.
Ooh. Got bailed out with a second on the shot clock.
That was great defense.
It was really good defense by Charlton.
And you know what? Let's give some props to Graffles too. He really sold that and that shot there. So now he gets to go to the line to shoot 3.
See Charlton discussing it with the ref.
72.6% on the air, charity strike. As a team, they shoot just 66.7. That's our first free throw of the game.
And if you look at the stat column right now, Indian River, 8 assists, 60% shooting from 3, multiple people for them scoring and knocking down buckets from beyond the arc. It's going to be hard for this Blue Wave team to do anything to stop their flow right now. Even on the other end, the Pioneers have very strong defense. They're almost, it seems like to me, from what I've seen the first 10 minutes, they're just a complete team from all 3 phases of the game at this point.
Charlie Wilson, the Southern Conference Coach of the Year, the head coach of the Pioneers in his 6th season. They were champions. You have to even go back further. I mentioned the Blue Wave were state champions in 1983. Indian River State College has not won the state tournament since 1975. Maybe this could be their year. We'll see.
75 was a great year.
I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it. Oh, nice little dish. Yep, from Cajuste to Fitzgerald, but he kicks it back out. Around the perimeter it goes. It stops with Charlton, and he gets in on the action too. That's another 3 for the Indian River.
And yet another first-team all-conference selection. He averaged 11.9 points and 8.8 boards. come at you in bunches.
That's something you don't see very often. Up the floor, bounce pass. I like the little things like that. Thiam with a nice pass to get the offense started from the back court to the front court. He hits the wash cycle, the spin cycle, kicks it out, but missed by Brown this time. And the Blue Wave.
He gets put in the spin cycle himself.
He does and knocks it down. That's Evan Busby. You see here on the replay, good strong take. And we've got ourselves a timeout called by the Blue Wave. It'll be a 30-second timeout. "11 rebounds for Indian River to 7 from Jacksonville. Still waiting to get on the stat column for the 3 points made. We saw that last night in the women's game. We had a team didn't hit their first 3 until the 4th quarter. And right now, Florida State College, 12 minutes in, hasn't found the 3. Meanwhile, on the other end, Indian River has made, we're adding them up right now. 7 threes
by 5 different players.
That's hard to beat right there.
Jacob Jackson has a pair. Linton Brown has a pair. Thiam has 1. Charlton has 1. And Fitzgerald has 1. You know, another thing that we haven't really talked about, you want to be playing your best basketball coming into the tournament. FSCJ as an at-large has lost 3 games in a row. Their opponent, Indian River State College, has won 7 in a row. So they're playing good right now, peaking at the right time.
Like I said, as a coach, that is what you want to see.
The hot team coming into the tournament. Normally when I do my brackets, that's the teams I try and pick. I did have UCLA getting as far as they win. I just want everybody to know that on record. Yep.
Props to you. I did not.
Fitzgerald with a strong drive, not able to finish, but
I don't think anybody was aware of the shot clock at all, not even the bench. No one was saying anything.
Yeah, Petway was right there and took it out. I mean, he had no knowledge.
So that'll be one of those unforced turnovers, just a mental error turnover.
Charlton with the aggressive defense.
Up the floor.
And Petway makes up for that mental mistake there.
That's what I like to see, though, from a team is, yeah, you turn the ball over in one area, but you make it up on defense and get the points back in the transition game.
Petway also a all-conference selection, second team, excellent shooter and a playmaker.
Ooh.
Yeah, it looked like he was riding him right there.
I thought Deshaun Aldridge actually got away with a hook, but Chris Clark on the Blue Wave side knocks it down, and then Brown takes it right back to him.
Strong drive on the baseline.
He'll go to the line to shoot. See the replay here on a little off-balance shot.
Darius Eatman picks up his first personal.
You know, we saw the replay there. That's another lost art, is taking it to the rack, getting the contact, and making the bucket instead of trying to move it around and avoid the contact and hope you get I call it the ballerina play, when they try to go in and just throw it up and hope they get a foul call. Instead, Brown there actually took the contact. That takes a lot of athletic ability, too, in the air to finish.
I am going to steal one of your comments that you made yesterday. I think you said something along the lines of $1 million move and a 10-cent shot.
Yes, sir.
That was good.
That was actually from my high school coach that I learned that. Shout out to Mark Tiza if you are listening. Well, we have entered just under the 7-minute mark for a media timeout. We're going to take a break with them. You're watching the FCSAA Region 8 tournament on Emerald Coast TV.
We're more than just a place. We're the starting line for your career, your next chapter, your future. There's no limit to what you can achieve at Northwest Florida State College. Artists, champions, leaders, hometown heroes, all begin here. Inspiring generations to become something greater than themselves and moving our community forward. At Northwest Florida State College, futures begin here.
Welcome back to Niceville, Florida, Raider Arena on the beautiful campus of Northwest Florida State College. It's game number 1 of the men's side for the FCSAA Region 8 tournament. Right now, Indian River in control, 35-19 over the newly added Florida State College Blue Wave.
Thankfully, we're playing basketball. It's been raining today. Expected bad weather tomorrow and Saturday as well.
Good thing about basketball is inside sport.
Absolutely.
Here's Busby trying to get a shot off, can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Petway. He pushes the ball up the floor into a double team, and that allows him to get bumped and get the foul called. That's going to be on Gianfranco Graffles.
It's going to be his second.
I'm sorry, it's Sebastian Astor. The other, he was on the opposite end of Graffles.
Okay, that'll be his first. That'll help Gianfranco out a little bit.
Throwing it in from the baseline, it is intercepted by Eatman. You can tell when Eatman's in, they are trying to do the inside-out game, get him the ball, and then try and get the ball out so he can they can knock down some shots.
Okay, the officials are going to come over and look at our replay monitor. So we'll see what they thought they saw.
They're going to check and see if there was an elbow, an intentional elbow. Coming from Fitzgerald.
Just to that last player. Yes.
So we're live with you in the action.
Yeah, you can see the officials at the bottom of your screen right in front of us.
And yeah, it looks like they're looking for an elbow call off the rebound, off the missed shot.
Fitzgerald grabbed it, he gathered that rebound, trying to see if he was a little too aggressive, trying to secure it.
While we're waiting, forget coming up next, Florida Southwestern State College, the number 3 seed against number 6 seed State College of Florida. 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern.
So they have just confirmed it is going to be a foul on Fitzgerald for Indian River. You can see the replay here. He goes up strong to get the rebound, and on the movement, the elbow hits Busby directly in the nose. You want to see your players be aggressive on the rebound.
Call it flagrant.
So just for everybody out there, and Coach E, you and I, we discuss this kind of stuff all the time being coaches. We teach our players to do that. Not intentionally, but we go up with authority, grab the rebound, and create space by moving your shoulders and elbows around.
But the difference is if you chin it and you pivot, that's legal. What he did when he grabbed it, he threw the elbow. He threw the elbow, so that's what made it a take.
So it didn't look intentional, but
I don't think he was trying to catch him in the face, but it just secure the rebound.
Right.
And I can say that because as a bigger player, you do get tired of the little guys reaching and fouling and scratching your arms up. So you're going to do what you have to do to protect the ball.
Well, the Blue Wave missed their shot, but they get the steal here, and up the floor goes Busby, and he knocks it down, get a little bit of revenge from getting hit in the face.
Sophomore on his way to double digits. That's 8 points. Played at Deltona High School.
There's Petway with a quick trigger shot at the top of the key. It bounces around and lands in the hands of Fitzgerald. Around the arc go the Pioneers. Brown tries to get a shot off, can't make this one. He does lead all scorers right now with 12, but has been cold the last couple of plays. Oh, here's a nice little off-balance shot by Gianfranco Graffles. It was almost a no-look layup as he hit the floor and it went in. Petway on the other end, a quick trigger shot. They knocked down 3 more as well.
Yeah, on that replay, you see Charlton tried to cut him off by stepping in front of him. He was still able to go up and finish the layup, the acrobatic layup. Good defense down by the Pioneers.
Well, Astor lost it. It went right into the hands of Eatman, but he couldn't finish. Pioneers rebound. We're under 5 minutes to go in the first half. 38-25 is your score. Blue Wave trying to keep it close and give themselves a chance. Petway fires up another 3. It's not going to go. They have been shooting very well, 50% from beyond the arc. And the Blue Wave actually had a 3-pointer made somewhere as well. I must have missed that one, but they are shooting 16.7%.
Yeah, Chris Clark.
Well.
Chris Clark hit the 3 for them. They're only 3 so far. 8 threes. What's the over/under, guys, for the Pioneers? I'm going to say 13 threes today.
13.
Going 13 today, huh?
13.
It's a strong number from the way they're shooting right now in the first half.
But I do see the attempts going up.
Yeah, they won't let up.
Question is, are their legs going to be strong enough to keep that going into the second half? And is Coach Burnell going to make some
90.5 points a game? So
yeah.
So yeah, I'm not mad at it. Keep your foot on the gas pedal.
right.
Let them fly.
Here's Gianfranco Graffles again.
Yeah, that's double figures now for the sophomore from Fleming Island High School.
Nice look inside.
Was.
Theum knocking it down.
7 for the freshman.
There's another elbow inside.
Yeah, that's a carry this time. Jashawn Aldridge has gotten away with a couple of travels, I think, in this game. That time they called the carry, went over his head.
The officials are looking at the play inside, though. There was another elbow thrown.
On-ball screen set from Mark Anthony McCreed. That starts the offense, which gets the ball into the corner to Theum, who knocks down another 3.
You said 13,
Feeling
huh?
pretty good about my number here.
I don't know if that's enough.
I was going to say that might be.
I don't know
might
if
be
that's
over
enough. It's
the over.
13. Yep.
You may have went under.
Now I'll make it fun. I'll say 15. Here's Graffles again for the Blue Wave.
Long 2.
I like what the Pioneers do, though. They start most of their offense with an on-ball screen, and then they pass the ball around trying to get it to one of the corners or somewhere. You can tell they're trying to get 3-pointers off.
They shoot 43% behind the arc. Coming in 474 attempts from 3-point land.
Basically, the easy way to do that, spread the defense and make them start chasing the ball. It's going to give you the wide open 3.
And it starts with that on-ball screen.
I was going to say, if you start every play with the on-ball screen, you're chasing from that point on.
It's, Coach E, we tell our kids it's the movement. You can't just stand still and think you're going to get open. You got to start something with movement. Ooh, 25 got away with a push there.
Did, yeah.
That was Chris Clark, who was running down the ball with Charlton. 25 pushed him to the ground, but it was a shot clock violation in the end.
We got away with one.
Busby's checking in. Clark looks a little shaken up on that after that play. Right now, the Blue Wave still just sitting around the 12, 13, 14 point mark. Just can't seem to get it down into single digits. Still playing aggressive, still have plenty of time. They can go on a run here before the half and get some momentum going. They're going to have to take care of the ball, though. It was deflected there by Charlton. 5 seconds on the shot clock. That's Aldridge coming into the lane, can't connect. Rebounded by Thiam for the Pioneers.
Well, for what it's worth, the most points that FSCJ has given up this year is 81, and an 81-80 loss to Eastern Florida State College.
Difficult take there inside the lane from Kajust. He kicks it out. And then on the way inside after the pass, I guess they called an offensive foul on Mark Anthony McCreed as he drove into the lane and lost the ball.
Just the 13th foul against the Pioneers. Fouls have been a little lower, which is why we have a pretty quick first half.
Yeah, I like to see just letting the players play. A little too much there from Aldridge as he gets to the lane and it just can't connect on the layup. Kajus kicks it out to the corner.
Charlton having a game
That's
right now.
Charlton, another three. What are we up to, 9?
Yeah.
So you were saying for the first half, correct?
Actually, that's the 10th three. Yeah, right.
Thiam rebounds it off the missed shot. We're approaching 1 minute to go in the first half. It's been all Pioneers shooting 55.6% from three-point line. They're trying to start their offense with the on-ball screen. This time they use the roll, and it's Mark Anthony McCreed who misses the shot, but gets the foul and will go to the foul line to shoot.
That foul's going to go on the Blue Waves, number 12,
Sebastian Astor gets his second foul there.
That being the 8th foul of this game.
Total,
yeah.
Both teams, yeah.
McCreed, a 75% free throw shooter.
Like you said, not too much stopping this game, making this about a 25 to 27 real-time first half.
With 3 more games to go, we'll take it.
And I'm curious to see as the day progresses too, if the refs start calling more, if they're just, everybody's kind of here waking up for the first time. There's a 3 from Evan Busby in the corner for the Blue Wave. Still trying to just keep them around. We're entering the final 30 seconds of the first half. Charlton swings it around, Thiam to Brown. Brown drives, dishes it down to Mark Anthony. And Mark Anthony draws another foul. He's gonna go to the foul line again to shoot.
According to their coaches, he's a guy that provides energy and defense off the bench. Averages 4.6 points and 2.7 boards.
Anybody that wears a nasal strip to breathe better is out there giving energy. I can attest to that. I actually did that my senior year of high school and got a lot more wind inside the lungs, so it does work. Knocks down the free throws there. A lot of action for our floor sweeper today.
Right there after that free throw, you saw Graffles and Brown getting tangled up. Talking about how the officials are going to have to call this game. I believe it'll get tighter coming in the second half and seeing what the action is going to be looking like.
Ten seconds to go in the half. Shot clock has been turned off. Astor dancing around. Kicks it out to Busby, who's had the 2 threes for the Blue Wave. Can't connect on the jump shot here. And then it's a late attempt by the Pioneers as the buzzer goes off to take us into halftime. And right now, Florida State College at Jacksonville, 32, and Indian River sits nicely at 49 with 10 made threes in the first half. We're going to take our 15-minute break for halftime. We're going to join you at the beginning of the second half. You're watching the FCSAA State Tournament, men's side, and Emerald Coast TV.
We're more than just a place. We're the starting line for your career, your next chapter, your future. There's no limit to what you can achieve at Northwest Florida State College. Artists, champions, leaders, hometown heroes, all begin here, inspiring generations to become something greater than themselves and moving our community forward. At Northwest Florida State College, futures begin here.
You just saw some of the replays there from the first half. It is a 49-32 Indian River lead. They have gotten this lead by knocking down 10 threes. 30 of their 49 points coming from beyond the arc. And they go fast, they knock them down, they share the ball. Everybody's getting a piece of the pie, and that's really hard to beat, and has Jacksonville Blue Wave in a rut right now.
Especially when the shooting percentage behind the arc is 55.6% on 18 shots.
Well, Mike, you said you were going to go with 13.
13 was the over-under on the number of threes.
Do you want to change that yet?
I'd like to take the over.
Well, we'll see if the Pioneers can stay hot. We'll see if the Blue Wave has any ability to figure out how to get stopped. Busby attempts it. He's the only one Blue Wave with a three made right now. He had 2 in the first half.
That makes them 2 for 8 behind the arc now. Big difference.
Pioneers are playing with exceptional defense as well, getting a lot of deflections. Only 8-7 on the turnover count, so both teams have taken care of the ball pretty well.
And I think that's probably the reason that they're not down more than 17, honestly.
Well, we were discussing at the half the numbers. Looking at the team involvement, bench points. You have Indian River, they have 15 points coming off the bench. Florida State College only with 2 bench points.
Well, you know, the
nice strong drive.
Blue River only had 7 turnovers coming into the half, but off of those turnovers, Indian River was able to capitalize on 15 points.
Well, it's a nice luxury, too, when you can bring a guy off the bench that averages 14 a game. Thiam with 10 points in the first half off the bench.
Chris Clark with a miss. Busby rebounds and then gets swatted out of bounds. It turns into a foul, however. And that's on Linton Brown. Only his first foul. I thought he actually had more than that, the way his aggressive play.
Yeah. You know, another thing, too, and I know COVID has affected this, but Indian River State College had 3 straight 20-win seasons coming into this year. They've won 16, but they've only played 18 games. Charlie Wilson's done a fabulous job there for the Pioneers.
Busby knocks it down, as there was going to be a lane violation there, but play continues.
And Charlton did his best balancing act.
There's a foul on, this one's going to go on Eatman on Charlton as he tried to get inside the paint and gets hacked.
By comparison, that's 7 total fouls today for FSCJ, but Eatman has 3 of them.
And he'll come out with that third one. So now the Blue Wave have gone small. We'll see if that affects the play here. Another three-point shot attempt, this time by Jackson. He can't get it to go, but it's rebounded by Fitzgerald. And I don't know if Eatman coming out allowed Fitzgerald to get that second chance opportunity there. But he knocks it down for the Pioneers.
And you were talking about the size of the Blue Wave right now. Although the Pioneers do have a bigger size man in Fitzgerald, they still do like to push the pace. So now it'd be interesting to see if the Blue Wave want to pick the pace up and continue to try to run it with them.
Petway drives to the baseline here, draws the foul and will go to the foul line. That foul's on Chris Clark.
Well, we were talking about this at the half. If you want to try and run with this Pioneer team, take note of their schedule. They've scored 126 in one game, 124 against Palm Beach State, 121 against Miami-Dade, and that was just in the month of March. So they're on a roll right now. I mentioned that 7-game winning streak. Those scores were during that current win streak that they have.
So not only are we on a roll, but we are putting up high numbers at our peak in the season.
Yes. Getting better.
You call that March Madness, riding the wave into this tournament.
March Madness in April. Normally this tournament is in March, but due to COVID.
There's nice passing inside. It is deflected out of bounds. It's going to stay Pioneer ball, though. 18 seconds on the shot clock.
Right now, the Pioneers trying to ride the Blue Wave right on out of here.
Blaze inbounded. Charlton just threw that away. Trying to get the cutter. They can't get it. Here's Graffles, I think. A late whistle that might have been a little bailout. I'm too far away to make that call, but
Charlton swinging the arm down when he dropped the arm.
Graffles in ahead to the line for the Blue Wave.
Graffles and Busby leading the Blue Wave with 12 points apiece.
Well, if the Blue Wave can get to the foul line a little bit more, get some of these Pioneers in some foul trouble, they might find themselves
They just missed that carry.
Yeah, they did. These refs have let a lot of little things go.
With that foul.
Like that?
But it might have been a makeup for not calling the carry either. I'm not sure. And then there's going to be a foul on the other end. Mm-hmm. Franco's, he sells it.
So you're saying drama is in somewhere in his major?
Could be. We got a 30-second timeout on the floor called by the Pioneers. It's a 35-54 lead for the Indian River Pioneers as well. So, Coach, if you're in the huddle, on one end, what are you saying with the lead? On one end, what are you saying being down?
Right now, being Indian River, continue doing what you're doing. The Blue Wave, I'm not really, I don't see what they're doing wrong. They're just not able to finish when they do have possession. Defensively, they're trying to make good stops. So just play stronger, be smart. Try to finish, capitalize on all your opportunities.
Well, they can absolutely get back into it, but they're just going to have to chip away one play at a time. Every play at this point is going to be precious until the end of the game.
Well, my thing, like you said earlier, always penetrate, go to the lane, go down the lane, go to the rack.
And here's Graffles doing just that to get himself to the foul line. And again, they're 7 of 9 from the foul line. That might be the bright spot that they need. We always talk about scoring when the clock's not rolling.
Put points on the board when the clock stops.
But you got to guard that three-point line. You don't want to be exchanging a 2 for a 3.
I do agree. I do agree. Like I said, I don't. Defensively, they're trying to get back on their man. They're trying to be in help position. It's just like I say, if you come up on that screen and you end up chasing the ball, you're behind the play already.
Of course, we jinxed them and they missed 2 free throws.
And on the other end, the Pioneers attack the lane and get it to go.
Double figures now for the redshirt sophomore, Jacob Jackson.
I like how the Blue Wave will stick to their set. I missed some movement on that screen.
Yeah, it's good juice.
The Blue Wave putting on a little full court pressure now. And at this point, you got to try everything you can. It worked that time. Now you have to go capitalize on it. They look a little lost in what they're trying to accomplish here. Astor dribbling the ball around, has nowhere else to go, but throws up a shot. That's not what they wanted.
Yeah, and you could tell from the body language and from the mouth of Frank Burnell, their coach, he wasn't happy either.
There was 16 seconds left on the shot clock when he took that shot. Plenty of time to set something back up.
Here's Sean Franco grapples with a beautiful just aerial performance as he jams that one home.
First team all-conference selection with 16. He averages 17 a game.
Well, the press that the Blue Wave have gone to, it seems to work. This is the back-to-back turnover for the Pioneers.
Coach Wilson making a substitution. 3 new players on the floor.
Let's see if they can run their set now. Sometimes that has to go toward the defense, making it difficult for them to run plays. Here, Mark Anthony McReed's going to get called for the foul because he left the ground.
And this is the Blue Waves' opportunity. This is how they're supposed to take advantage of trying to get back into this game.
No, it's not on Mark Anthony McReed. It's on Antrell Charlton.
That'll be number 3 on Charlton.
Which surprises me because McReed's the one that left the ground. Typically, that's the one that is going to get called because Gravity's undefeated.
That may be why Charlton walked all the way to the other end of the floor. And
disbelief.
Yeah.
And McReed came up holding his head because he got hit. He hit himself on the shooter.
Nine free throws for Grafal, so he's getting to the line.
Well, here the Pioneers just break the press, get it into the middle. Thiam from the wing throws up a shot.
Is that the first 3 of this half?
Yep. Number 11.
They've slowed down just a little bit on their threes. 10 in the first half right now with only 1 in the second. Nice little stutter step there from Astor, and then he dumps it off to Kenny Banks, and Banks drops it down.
Banks from Jacksonville, went to Orange Park High School.
Chris Clark called for the foul. It's his second. Team's 4th of the half. Nice play there. Fakes the curl and then gets a wide open look off another off-ball screen. They miss. However, recovered is Mark Anthony McReed, and he finishes in the lane.
That was a nice save by them.
I've noticed Astor dribbles in and really doesn't have a destination on where he's going. He just kind of finds some defenders and then looks to pass it out. I'm sorry, that's Aldridge, number 11. And Brown is called for the foul by the Pioneers. We've entered media timeout. We're going to take a break with them. It's 61-40 now, Indian River leading in the FCSAA Region 8 tournament. You're watching Emerald Coast TV.
We're more than just a place. We're the starting line for your career, your next chapter, your future. There's no limit to what you can achieve at Northwest Florida State College. Artists, champions, leaders, hometown heroes, all begin here, inspiring generations to become something greater than themselves and moving our community forward. At Northwest Florida State College, futures begin here.
see some of the replays here. Graffles knocks down a beautiful three, and then Thiem over here knocks down the wing. Coming out of the timeout, it's a 21-point lead now for the Pioneers. Well, are they going to hit their average and get to 90? They could be on pace for that. We'll also have an over-under bet going here on how many threes they're going to make. Right now, Mike's got 13, I've got 15. They're sitting at 11.
The way they started their first half, I was going to go up in the 20s.
Right now, the Blue Wave just can't seem to get a basket to go, only shooting 38%.
Well, 5 minutes gone by before they hit the first three in the second half.
Here's Aldridge trying to do, I just feel like he's trying to do a little too much. But he does keep getting bailed out by some of these fouls on the Pioneers. That one's on Thiem, his first.
Okay, how about, since we're heading in that direction, what is the state record for the most three-point shots made in a single game?
I'd say 14.
State record 16 by Gulf Coast State against Miami-Dade in 2009.
All right, well, they're 5 away. They might be able to tie it.
How about the most points scored in a single game?
118.
Close, very close, 120. It's been done 3 different times. 1967, believe it or not, 1970, and 1986.
Here's Mark Anthony McCreed from a nice pass from Charlton, extending their lead for the Pioneers.
We saw a state record yesterday set by Nia Daniel, the Alabama commit, who set a record for the most free throws made in a game.
There's Aldridge again getting in the lane with nowhere to go, and he coughs the ball up. And up to the other side goes Thiem for the Pioneers.
You know, and the thing that was impressive about Daniel's record 17 free throws was that she made 17 in a row after missing her first 2.
That is pretty impressive. Here we're going to have a foul on Mark Anthony McCreed. Team's already in the bonus with 8 fouls this half. McCreed's coming out. Fitzgerald coming back in.
So already they've surpassed the combined amount of fouls in the first half alone.
Off shot there by Banks, rebounded by the Pioneers. Inside the lane goes Charlton, and he gets it off the glass. Untouched, really. No one wanted to stop the ball for the Blue Wave.
First shot he's hit inside the arc today.
Fitzgerald with the rebound.
So the winner of this is going to play Friday at 1 o'clock against the winner of Florida Southwestern and State College of Florida, which is our second game coming up here at 3 o'clock.
Oh, quick hands.
Both those teams advanced to state last year. Florida Southwestern State College lost to Gulf Coast in the quarterfinals. The Manatees lost to Tallahassee in the quarterfinals.
We've got a 30-second timeout called by the Pioneers. We're going to take a break with them. We'll be right back. It's 69-41, Indian River up.
We're more than just a place. We're the starting line for your career, your next chapter, your future. There's no limit to what you can achieve at Northwest Florida State College. Artists, champions, leaders, hometown heroes, all begin here. Inspiring generations to become something greater than themselves and moving our community forward. At Northwest Florida State College, futures begin here.
We're back out of that timeout. Do want to make one quick correction. The men's second round game will begin 6 o'clock on Friday and 8 o'clock. The women are first at 1 and 3. That'll be the final four for both groups. Here's another turnover by FSC. They're up to 13 turnovers now. Here's Thiam in the corner. He's been hot. Can't make that one go, though. Rebounded by Astor. He gets double teamed at half court. Gets out of it. He fires up a three, and it's too much. Doesn't draw iron, just hits the backboard. And the Pioneers start their transition game. An attempted block by Graffles turns into a foul, and Brown is going to go to the line for the Pioneers.
Ben Brown, the player of the year in the Southern Conference. He was third in the state in scoring, shot 51.9% from behind the arc, scored a career-high 33 against Palm Beach. And that's his first point of the second half.
At one point, he was leading all scorers with the most points, but...
And he did lead his team at the half with 12.
Yep, now Gianfranco Graffles leads all scorers with 17 for the Blue Wave. Eatman is back in. I feel like that's what the Blue Wave has been missing, is their big guy down low, but he's been out with foul trouble. And Graffles again, right on cue, gets an assist from Eatman. They get double teamed at half court. Up the floor goes Busby, and he jams it home.
The Blue Waves press is what's giving them a chance.
Steps out of bounds. Jordan Mitchell tried to take a charge there and he got stepped on his shoulder.
I think they're well on their way to 90, at least 90.
Yeah, just under 10 minutes to go. They got 71, so I feel like they're going to reach that. How many more threes are they going to make, though? Here's Eatman inside. Tries to turn around and dump it in, but it doesn't hit anything. Rebounded by the Pioneers. Nice pass from the top of the key down low from Charlton to A.J. Cajuste.
I'm going to go with it. They'll probably make 3 more threes, maybe.
So you're at 14. Mike's at 13. I'm at 15.
I see it falling somewhere in that range.
Right now they're sitting at 11. Here's Graffles again. He's been the hot hand now at 21 points for the Blue Wave. Is it too little too late? 73-47.
He scored 9 of their 14 here in the second half.
We're going to have a full timeout. We're going to take another break. It's 73-47. Does Jacksonville have enough to come back and bring the Indian River lead down? You're watching Emerald Coast TV.
We're more than just a place. We're the starting line for your career, your next chapter, your future. There's no limit to what you can achieve at Northwest Florida State College. Artists, champions, leaders, hometown heroes, all begin here. Inspiring generations to become something greater than themselves and moving our community forward. At Northwest Florida State College, futures begin here.
See some replay action from this second half. Busby with a nice finish here. Here's that
Thread the needle there.
strong pass from Charlton to Cajuste. And then the hot hand of the second half for the Blue Wave has been Gianfranco Graffles.
Nice little fall away.
So 9 minutes left. 73 points right now. Do you see 100 points being put up tonight? Or just barely 90?
They might hit their average,
Yeah,
but I would
they can
probably save my legs for
In the
Friday.
90s. Yeah, I think in the 90s. I don't think they reach the century mark.
I'm sure, too, they're going to start getting some of their bench players on the floor. Seen a couple of guys still sitting in their blue shirts, their warm-up shirts. Starters seem to still be in, though. I like the defense by the Pioneers. They jump to every single pass made. That's what you want. Sometimes you're going to give up a three, like right there. Chris Clark connects for the Blue Wave. However, when you move, when the ball's in the air, it's going to make opponents scoring that much harder.
8 points for Clark. That's his first bucket of the second half.
There's Fitzgerald with a pull-up jumper from the elbow and gets it to go.
We could have at least 4 players in double figures. Fitzgerald now with 9.
Graffles takes it in, gets blocked, but also fouled at the same time. I always try and tell players this too, younger generation, stop worrying about getting blocked, because that does not go as a block in the stat book. It goes down as a foul. No one will remember that, and now you have a chance to go to the foul line to get free points.
You always have to play strong. So like you said, you got to tell the young people, penetrate in the lane, knowing that there is a possibility of the block. Go up strong. Go into the bigger man.
But how many blocks have we had in this game? So you can't even remember. No. But how many fouls have we had in this game?
Well, we had a total combined 2 in the first half.
First half, 2 blocks.
And fouls?
And the number of fouls, we didn't have that many fouls.
More fouls than blocks.
We had 9 fouls.
But that's my point. More fouls are going to happen if you go into the lane than blocks. And here we had a loose scramble ball. And Trell Charlton pulled on the jersey of Graffles. It was very obvious right in front of us at half court. So I believe they gave that a flagrant.
This is his 13th free throw of the game.
And his 24th point.
8 from the foul line.
Blue Wave inbound the ball from their sideline in front of the bench. Gets it down to Eatman. Eatman tries to kick it out to the corner, but it's stolen by Petway, and he pushes the ball up to start the transition for the Pioneers. Pulls up from the foul line, can't get it to go. Other end, Graffles to Busby, and they connect.
Nice game for the sophomore, 16 points.
If the Pioneers would happen to look up, they had Jackson sitting down here in the corner by himself.
You think the Blue Wave would have liked to play this way in the first half. However, the first half, the Pioneers were just so hot from 3. They had 30.
Man.
Strong pump fake by Clark. Ends up with Jackson going up in the air and drawing the foul.
Taking a beating.
You know, one thing going back to that press, I've noticed, at least kids in high school, I'm sure it kind of goes into on the collegiate level as well. they're afraid to leave somebody open, but they don't realize it's a zone. So as they rotate, yeah, you're moving to your spot.
You're leaving your man in that area.
But somebody else is rotating
back to field
to take them. And I feel like that in their head, they're like, oh, well, why would I leave a guy open? But really, they're not. A lot of them don't have that basketball IQ of what a full court zone is actually supposed to do. Let's see if they go into it here again. They do.
And already they're playing behind the man in the middle.
Yep.
That will not work.
And he's got to sprint there. And right there, he gives up the middle. They fall back into their defense, though. On-ball screen. Brown uses it. I don't know. Aldridge, I thought he was there. But they call, here's Aldridge. He gets over. You can see his feet are still moving a little bit, though. So that is a strong call there by the official. Had his feet been planted, I would have given him the charge. And that's what he's explaining right now to Aldridge is you were still moving.
Well, Coach, like you were saying before, getting the kids to understand, just like in Aldridge's situation right here, if you were able to show these kids on film and let them see what they are doing versus how it should look, I think it's a better learning tool like that.
Film is so important for any level, not only to correct your mistakes, but you get to see the opponents you play, you get to learn basketball, you get to see different things from different people. Here's back-to-back blocks, and it turns into a shot clock violation. Blue Wave, strong defensive effort there.
So there's your 2 blocks for the second half.
Yes.
But those are on 3-point attempts, and that's what everybody wants to do nowadays. Here we get a little wrap-up down low. Trying to get the ball in quickly. Turns into a foul. That's going to go on.
Down Brown, his 4th. So Brown has 4. Charlton has 4.
You know, if you got a 20-point lead under 5 minutes, I'm Coach Wilson. I'm going to start unloading my bench, letting my starters rest up for Friday. Friday's tomorrow. I keep thinking it's Wednesday, which we were here yesterday for a long day. But yeah, tomorrow is the Final Four for these men. So you want to get as much rest as you possibly can get. Rebounded by Thiem off the miss. Free throw. Still fighting strong are the Blue Wave. Blocked by Eatman.
Thiem with the rebound, but not able to put it in.
Clark picks the ball up, kicks it around. Aldridge making a decision. Clark shoots from 3, gets it to go in the corner.
That's his 3rd 3 of the game. Double figures today. 9 of his 14 in the second half.
Well, if the Pioneers get a 3 here off this possession, make it a 20-point game, I'm going to my bench. And there it is. That makes it a 20-point. There's the timeout. Coach Wilson still getting after him for giving up a 3. I love that.
With a 20-point lead, he's still in their head trying to get them to play the defense he wants.
You see a couple of replays here. That was the Chris Clark 3. And then there's the Thiem 3 in the other, on the other corner.
Leads the team with 4 threes today.
We got a 20-point lead right now, 4:24 left in the game. Yeah, if I'm Coach Wilson, I'll leave the group that was just on the floor out and then slowly start trickling out my bench to have them finish off the game.
And that's a dozen, by the way. 12 threes for Indian River.
One more away from your said 13. You might get there. And we're 8 points away from the 90 mark. Their average was 91.
90.5.
90-91.
Round it up. As a team, they make 11.3 a game.
So over their average there as of right now.
They've got 3 players that shoot at 40% or better from behind the arc.
Out of the timeout, Blue Wave trying to make some sort of offense happen, and Aldridge uses Eatman, kicks it out to Clark, who shoots a 3. He was hot, can't make that one. Pioneers push the ball. Surprised the starters are still out there. 4 minutes to go in the game. Fitzgerald turns the ball over. Here's Graffles. That's his second dunk of the game. He takes off with a lot of power. Finishes at home.
14 of his 26 in the second half. He's kept them in it.
Blocked there by Eatman, who comes up limping. He came down on somebody's foot. Busby attacks the paint. Can't get it to go. Gets a little push in the air. I guess that's what they called.
Yeah, the big man trying to tighten his shoe up.
Coach, with a game tomorrow, would you be leaving your starters out right now? I mean, I know they've kind of chipped away and made it a 16-point game now, but slowly start bringing them in and out, right?
Coach, I would have started taking mine out a lot earlier, so that way when they did chip away, I could put my other guys, put the starters back in. And when we got it under control again, I can take them back out. You know, so not just running them too hard, and also getting my bench players the experience, getting them some time. And that way you playing in the head, basically.
Well, I think, too, what Coach Wilson's doing over there is he wants to see things ran correctly here at the end of the game, maybe in preparation for tomorrow. Their opponent is going to run something a little different, so maybe he wants to see how this offense works or a particular defense works. And you're probably not, from now until tomorrow, you're not really going to have a practice, so this might be practice at the end of the game.
Time.
Yeah.
Well, we also talked about this yesterday. Remember, there's, you got such a big downtime between your last regular season game and this state tournament. Their last regular season game was on Monday, March the 29th. So you're talking about just under 2 weeks ago, really.
Yeah. Yeah, with a layoff like that, I guess you don't really have to rest legs.
Yeah, but you know they do come in this game anxious to play.
Both teams, though, with starters still out. Blue Wave has chipped it down to 16. They go back to their press, back to their, looks like a 1-2-1-1. Let's see if they can guard the middle here. That's the key.
And you switch from that 1-2-2 to that diamond. It's almost the same thing, but it gives you a bit of pressure, more pressure at the top.
Yeah, when you have a big guy like Eatman in, you can just put him in the back to rim protect. Not too much moving for the big fella. I know the big guys don't like to run. They already have to go up and down from goal to goal. Hard to stop that, though. Another 3 for the Pioneers. Yeah, 12.
Yeah, and that makes the 4th player in double figures.
Eatman misses a 3.
Not able to finish that one.
Thiam has 20. Brown has 18. 12 by Fitzgerald. And then also 10 for Jackson.
And I like the way they run their diamond, too. They got the big guy in the back and the smaller guard on the third line.
Yes. So he has the backup of the big fella.
You got your speed there and your rim protector all in one spot. They filter out from the press into man. Contested shot there, which leads to the missed three. We're approaching 2 minutes to go. Here's Aldridge with a shot attempt. He knocks down a three. Passed out from Eatman. Thiam thought he might attempt one. He's not. He's going to pull it out. That's the wise thing to do right now. Just
no need to keep putting up buckets.
Get rid of.
Milk the clock.
Yep. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Nice penetration there by Petway. He gets it from Charlton on the corner.
Dive into the bucket. Just constant movement. Having your hands ready to catch the ball.
There's Graffles. This time it's an air ball. I think they're just desperate now for anything, any sort of shot attempt they can get. Pioneers are 3 away from 90. Their average.
Mike said they were at 12 right now.
12 threes. I don't think they're going to hit another one.
That was your number. Yeah, unless it just comes down to the end of the shot clock. We're final minute to go.
Actually, no, they've hit 13. My apologies.
So
Fitzgerald hit that one at the 13th.
So they've you right now are in contention. What do you win?
He's got bragging rights for the table over here.
Yeah. As I say, I'll get you lunch, but we got a hospitality room we can go to next.
Yeah, lunch is on you, right?
Petway is going to the line. Indian River only 7 of 11 from the free throw. FSC 18 of 28. They've been to the line a lot.
Petway just became the 5th player in double figures for them.
89-69.
But, you know, a great opportunity for FSCJ to play in their first tournament since 2004. At-large bid. They finished 3rd behind Eastern Florida State and St. Pete in the Central Conference. Went 9-9 in league play. A little taste. Maybe it'll motivate them for next year.
Another deflection on that last shot.
See if they can get to their average.
There it is.
Oh, just came up short of the miss from Cajuste. 15-second shot clock is off. Astor drives in here, can't get it to go. It's deflected out. 10 seconds to go in the game. Astor gets a 3, can't get it to go. It's again tipped out of bounds by the Pioneers. They had 3 of them there. I think everybody wanted the ball. There goes Banks trying to do an up and under, can't get it to go, and that's going to do it. Basket does not count. So the final score, Indian River 89, FSC Jacksonville 69. The Indian River Pioneers are going to play tomorrow night in the Final Four against the winner of our next game, the number 3 seed Florida Southwestern, and number 6 seed State College of Florida. That's coming up at 3 o'clock. We hope you join us. Indian River's season continues. Strong three-point performance after hitting 13 threes in the game. Came out in the first half hot, on fire with 10 points. With 10 threes, making 30 points from behind the arc.
And again, 5 players in double figures. Linton Brown leads the way with 20. But right behind him, Thiam led the way with 20. Right behind him was Brown with 18.
You're watching some of the replays from the game that we just saw. There was that dunk attempt that got stuck in between the rim and the glass.
FSCJ bench outscored today 31-6.
With 38 points in the paint, 38 to 26. 19 points off of the turnovers.
And if you look at the difference between the first and second halves, it was 32-49. Indian River had the lead again from that hot shooting. In the second half, it was only 40-37.
Yeah, pretty even.
That's why I was saying earlier, I'm sure the Blue Wave wished they had
Came out on fire. Well, can't say on fire.
or at least had
In more rhythm.
Yep, and slowed the Pioneers down a little bit. Gaffels had a great game, leading all scorers. Fitzgerald came out and hit 3 threes, averages 8 points a game, but had 9 just from three-point land. And then a great dive right here that iced it from Petway, from Charlton. And that's going to do it here for game number 1. We have game number 2 coming up next. It's the Manatees versus the Buccaneers. We hope you stay and watch. It's Blake White, Mike Rideout, and Essex Rhodes for Emerald Coast TV. We have game 2 coming up for you guys next. Come back and join us, will you?